All right, big news, big news. Daniel Jones, quarterback for the New York Giants, have just received his contractual expansion for the New York Giants recently, just this afternoon. 4 years, $164 million. There was disputes that he was going to get around a payment of over $45 million. Most fans could be a bit questionable over the decision to extend over their young quarterback over a rookie deal, thinking that he doesn't put up over the production of a high-level quarterback, but a consistent quarterback no less. Arrest that man. He robbed the Giants. That's what I'm hearing. He actually got the bag. He must have Kirk Cousins' agent. He had a significantly upward season over the 2022 regular season, pushing over to the second round of the NFL of the New York Giants, and a tenured quarterback is a bit more valuable than a young injury-prone halfback out of Saquon Barkley. Hard to say it, but it's an understandable reason why Saquon gets the $10 million franchise tag for an extensive year, possibly an expansion later on if he can keep the consistency. Then a person that hasn't been in injury history like Daniel Jones, or else this would be the other way around. Same question that they had for Christian McCaffrey before a breakout season when he got traded to the San Francisco 49ers. You see why the smart decision was to just feed over the expansion for a possible 10-year quarterback that you can build around, like Daniel Jones. The contract had to be made. I have to admit it. The contract had to be made. There is barely any feasible quarterbacks around this free agent market unless you want to deal with the rental of getting an aging Aaron Rodgers that's still over contention with the lack of receiving core that he had in Green Bay. Derek Carr or Jameis Winston, guys, the bare minimum of free agents, or at least quarterbacks to even go through, is pretty scarce. And if you're even trying to get any of the top quarterbacks that are still starting over in the NFL, that's a repugnant amount of like hype and patience if you guys really want him. So Daniel Jones is possibly the safer option to get over in a $100 million extension. Frank Clark, defensive end, veteran edge rusher, longtime Chief, just got released, clearing around $20 million worth of cap space for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champions. And as well as more news, of course, more NFL controversy. The Baltimore Ravens offered over a 1-year, $32 million deal of a franchise tag over to Lamar Jackson that, of course, missed half of the season. That was already having contractual disputes while having a 5-game winning streak before he got hurt. And there was even controversy of him even staying, just forcing himself to get sidelined. Just so there could be more contractual disputes of him even getting more of an extension, of him getting possibly $50 million a year, putting up MVP level numbers when he was healthy. There was even possibilities of him getting a deal for the Commanders, Panthers, or the Miami Dolphins, but one already got Tua. Panthers are possibly going to be reliant over in the NFL draft this season. And the Commanders are either going to try to deal with the Derek Carr program if Carson Wentz didn't work out, or Lamar could possibly take the deal, finesse the bag, put up a decent production, and go leave over in the offseason over a player option. Any of this could still be upwards to Lamar's favor, because there's plenty of other offers out there, especially over in the league for a quarterback like Lamar Jackson. or this could be him getting fed over by, getting carried by Baltimore's, lack to give him a supporting cast to protect him over the field. And I'm already hearing the ignorant takes over by the media, by Sports Illustrated being like Lamar Jackson versus Daniel Jones. Giants quarterback is trash compared to the Ravens star quarterback Lamar Jackson, of course. That one got a max deal for playing mid over a franchise tag deal to get over $250,000 to barely play half a season all the time. That's what you're getting with Lamar Jackson. Cool stats. He hasn't done shit since his his MVP run. And most of the time he has accuracy issues, has issues staying over on the field, and gets too cocky. He played over 12 games this season. He did push over an 8-4 record with a decent QBR. It went 17-7 over the regular season. But he only had around 2 Pro Bowl seasons that split over half the season. Lamar needs to stay healthy if he's willing to stay over a decent amount. And yeah, when he's healthy, he goes over a reasonably good season. But he only got around 2 decent postseasons where he actually got somewhere, winning Offensive Player of the Year, winning an MVP, and only having that reasonable amount of stats to go through. Cam Newton had a more reasonable chance of getting a max contract than Lamar Jackson. That's a pure fact. I hate to say it. Lamar's still unproven over production-wise and health-wise if he can reliably stay over on the field. And if he wants to test over the market, he should try the best he can. He's still in his mid-20s, still has that athleticism. And possibly this could pressure over the Baltimore Ravens to try to build over in the off season to see what Lamar would actually work with and see if that's something he can build around and he could agree over that offer. Because remember, it's an offer. It's not really confirmed that he'll take over the deal yet until it's signed. So that's the most news I got for you guys. Hopefully you'll like, comment, subscribe so we can get more out of this NFL offseason. Always the funnest part of the NFL season is the offseason. And of course we got the drafts coming up and you want possible predictions. I got to go over a lot of tape for that and see what guys would possibly fit in which team and what team would need them the most and what's the upsides and downsides of most of these guys. Thanks for watching the DST Show. Like, comment, subscribe for more.